Welcome to the Impulsive Duo podcast. We are on season 4. Oh, we got messed up with our episodes. This was supposed to be 7, but we switched some.
Oh, so this is like 8 or 9.
I don't remember. Welcome to the episode.
This is known as the episode.
The episode.
What are we talking about in this episode of the episode?
So today we are going to talk about, does the lifestyle desensitize you from sex, or does it, those...
Does it desensitize you? Yeah, sex. Like, does sex with your partner change?
Yeah, and just desensitize you from sex in general. Being... Thank you for checking out the Impulsive Duo podcast. Remember, our content is for 18 and over. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Being, exposed to it.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Same.
Absolutely.
Why do you think that way?
I think just because you're exposed to so much. You're exposed to kind of the extreme. Like, I forget that people don't do what we do, and we're just exposed to seeing people have sex and nudity and talking about it and being open about it. And so when I put in those positions that people aren't as open about, like, their sexuality or anything like that, I forget.
It is hard to you get really used to just being able to be open, and you can talk about anything. There's no judgment at all. You can talk about it all, and then all of a sudden you have to remember sometimes, like, oh wait, this isn't normal, I guess.
Yeah. And I think when everybody has those fantasies in their head. I mean, let's be real. Even if you're not in the lifestyle and you've never done anything like that, everybody has like a little bit of a fantasy of some kind, whatever it may be. And so when you get to now, like, once you're in the lifestyle and you've been in it for a while and you get to live these fantasies, like actually do them and partake in them, they're not as exciting and as hot because you've done them. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like, people are like, oh my God, watching my chick with another girl. Eric's like, cool. Like, it doesn't really do much for him now. I mean, of course he thinks it's hot and it's fun.
It's hot, but it's such a different level where if you're talking to somebody who's never done this and they're like, oh God, to watch my girl with another woman or whatever, it's just kind of like, oh, you don't already do that?
Yeah.
It's like, well, then why don't you do it?
Yeah, and
what's
it's just not as hot. Like, you don't have, like, you know what I mean? Like, you almost have to, like, keep pushing the boundaries of what you need for, like, that external stimulation and that, like, hotness, because you've already kind of partaken in those things and you become desensitized to it.
You do. And
it's just like when you're exposed to porn at, like, an early age. Like, it can be damaging, really.
And it's also even one of those things, like, just if you're watching a bunch of porn and then you go to have sex with your partner, it's hard. It's like if you're masturbating every single day and then you go to have sex, it's hard to have sex.
Because your brain is so used to that other kind of stimulation. And so when you're in the lifestyle and you're, like, going to a lot of events, watching people have sex, partaking in these activities, and then all of a sudden it's just you and your partner at home alone, of course, doesn't mean that you're not, like, and of course you could take it personal and be like, oh, that doesn't find me attractive. It's not even really that, but you're used to so much external stimulation and pushing those boundaries that it's hard to just have it be kind of like
you need
vanilla.
You almost need to, like, reset it, because it's like we go through it. I go through it. We'll be in the middle of having sex, and, like, right after we play, I don't need anything. Like, we have just fun. And it's really weird because after about that week... Well,
because you can live off the high of that event that you had, like the super hot event. Like, we had a really good threesome or good, with a couple, whatever it is. You're going to live off of that, like, talking about it and thinking about it for, several days.
Yeah, and then after that, though, all of a sudden, it's like having sex, and it's like you're trying to put it to another level. And, like, we've had that before where I was like, oh, are you excited about this trip, to fuck the guy again or whatever? And you're like, no. And I was like, oh. Like, I was trying to, like, just find something more. I'm just like, I don't care if you don't or not, just say yes.
Yeah, like, you have to, like, no, and it is bad. And so you find yourself in your head searching for these, like, when you're having sex with your partner, all of a sudden you're finding yourself, like, imagining past experiences or imagining new things you want to try. You're not like, you need more and more. It's like I don't know the word.
It's kind of like a high, like you're chasing this high.
It's like an addiction. You're like, I need more. I need more of a high. I need something else dirty or
it has
more
to be dirtier.
Extreme.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people in lifestyle are very, very guilty of that, and we go through it, and I don't think it's talked about. That's my thing. I don't think this is something that is really talked about because nobody wants to admit that they're all of a sudden a little bit desensitized to just sex with their partner.
Right, and then all of a sudden it's just dirty talk with my partner, and it's like your partner probably is relying on that dirty talk to get there.
Yeah, you have to be a little bit like, I'm like, no, I need you to like do those things. So yeah, I definitely know that we have gone through that, and we'll have had times where we'll be on kind of like a manic high or something about like an experience, something we want to do or that we did do, or you know, something new that we want to try. And so then every time we're like intimate together, we're talking about that or bringing it up or tell me what, you know, like, you know, the conversations you have with your partner, and you know, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, if you don't, you're like, so I'm gonna kind of need some like,
I need something more right now.
I need you to,
yeah. I don't think people do talk about it enough because I think it's a very real struggle, and it takes you a while for your brain to like reset itself. Like I love it when my brain finally resets.
No, me too.
You know, and I love it. And then it's such a different type of intimacy with you, and oh my God, I love that intimacy with you. But it takes a little bit for my brain to get there. And it's like you almost have to, like, your brain almost has to, like, collapse in on itself, and we don't have sex for a couple days or whatever.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden
like, I miss you. Like, I'll miss you.
Yes.
And I'll all of a sudden, like, kind of flip a switch. And it's like, how do you kind of go between that? So, you know, it's kind of like a cycle. Like, we'll be on a high to play, and then, you know, maybe we'll play or have an experience, and then we'll be high on that, and then it's kind of like we're having a hard time maybe being intimate together. Not hard time, I'm not going to say we're still getting off. I'm just talking about the
reality of it. I mean, the reality of it.
You're searching for a little more of something.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, I think if we don't, like, we just kind of have busy weeks or something like that. Like lately, like we haven't played in a while. And I don't know what a while means to other people, but a couple months.
Yeah, a couple months
for us, and with anybody else. And like Eric and I have been really close lately. Like we've been a lot more intimate and like emotionally attached to each other, and it's been just fine. And I think it's important to take those breaks. And if you're finding yourself needing to be like, you know, constantly striving for more, I think that's a good sign you take a step back.
I really totally agree. And I think we maybe even feel it different than what other people feel. And they probably don't even sometimes realize that they're going through that, just because how we play, we go in these spurts. So we play and then we play and then
I think a lot of people do that though.
Well, if you're playing every 3 weeks, just every 3 weeks, it's almost like
you're a perpetual state of like,
it's almost like you build like a higher tolerance almost, because like we go through it and we play and then we play and then we play, and it's
we'll play like 3 weeks in a row, and then we won't play again for like 4 months.
Yeah, so
like I don't, and that is how it has been like consistently for like years. It's 4 years since we've been in the lifestyle. We will go through like just spurts, and not even out of necessarily like trying. It just happens.
It just kind of happens that way, yeah.
And then all of a sudden we'll be like, eh, and like then all of a sudden we like aren't making much of an effort.
Yeah, we're all of a sudden you're like, hey, I'm not on any apps right now, and I'm, you know, we're not.
I deleted most of our apps. The only apps we're on are Unicorn Landing.
So sign up for Unicorn Landing.
So while you're there, ladies,
while you're there, you can find us there.
Sign up for Unicorn Landing.
No, but it's, you know, I think that's why if you're doing it multiple times, you know, like throughout a month, you run into some of these couples that play a lot. They may not even realize that they might be running into this in their own.
Yeah, because they're constantly on a play and playing high or seeking new things or, and I think you and I just go through those phases where we don't at all. And I think that's, if you notice yourself kind of being in that situation where you feel like you need to play or you're, you know, struggling, I think that's really a good sign you need to take a step back and reconnect with your partner.
Yes.
And that means like, you know, Eric and I will go through phases, also I'll be like, we haven't been on like a romantic date together or just you and I gone and do something for the weekend, you know, a getaway, or like I miss being intimate with you because we'll just get so wrapped up in work and kids and life. And which happens to everybody. I mean, that's just life.
That's life.
And all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm really missing you. Like, it all of a sudden hit me. And it's not even like, I was actually thinking about it last night. I'm like, I miss you. Like, we haven't even like we're watching movies, we're both sitting on the couch like working. We're not like being intimate together. Like not intimate sex. Intimate as in like
just emotionally connected.
Yeah.
Like last night we were going to bed and you like cuddle up to my face. And it was funny because the only thing I could think of is like, don't move. Because I really love that. And I'm like, don't move. Don't say a word. And just enjoy this. Just enjoy this. And it was like the most enjoyable thing ever. But it's like, you're right. I look at you and all of a sudden I'm like, I miss you.
Yeah, like I haven't like we have our just, you know, you get in the routine of relationships and that's life. You know, the honeymoon phase is over and you're just like going with the motions of life and you're not really connecting intimately. And so, you know, and then when you are, you're maybe not like, I don't know, like I feel like sometimes we go through phases where like our sexual compatibility isn't there. And like, it's not, and it's like, why? It's because my brain is over here, your brain is over here. And it has nothing to do with like my feelings towards you. I love you the same. I'm just not emotional. We're just not like meshing in that kind of way.
No, it's so
not that we're fighting or anything.
Not that we're fighting, but sometimes it's like we're having sex just to have sex because we're supposed to have sex. And I think a lot of couples really do that. And I think that's part of our. That's when I really realize how desensitized I am, and I think that's when it now connects with me of like when we're having sex, and I'm just like I'm just doing this to do it, and it's not like it's almost not enough, and it's like wait, I need to take a step back. Hold on, where am I
and I
at?
think you've even gone through times where like we haven't been having a lot of sex for whatever reason it may be, like I don't know, I'm probably hurt or sick.
Hernia, pulled back, sick. Pulled chest.
Hurt,
broken
sick.
Legs, broken uterus, broken everything.
It's pretty much broken. And you probably will be masturbating more or even watching more porn. And I feel like that kind of can desensitize a relationship. And people, I know in some relationships everyone's different. Like I don't care if my husband like watches porn sometimes, whatever, touches himself. Like I'm not one of those girls. Everyone's got their own opinions and feelings on that. But also I do notice that like when we're not, if you are doing that more, it kind of just like will pull us apart even more.
Oh no, it does, and it's funny because I will like masturbate and do that just out of not being a nuisance to you, if that makes sense.
And then I'm like, well, you should just ask me, and then we go through those. Like, I mean, we haven't lately, really, but
no, but we have where it's like I know that you're hurt, or I know that you haven't been getting sleep.
Well, I'd rather you still like.
Offer it up.
Yeah, talk to me, or at least like let me be like involved, even if I can't like.
Do you wanna sit next to me while I do things?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I've told you that.
But no,
can I at least watch?
Can I please be there?
I'll take my boobies out.
No, and it's funny because there's been times where you're like, oh, I was really horny. I'm like, did you masturbate? And you're like, no, and I'm like, oh, well, okay, well, we're gonna do it, but that's. You could have masturbated.
I know, but like my thing is like, even the other night, remember I was like, I could not sleep. I was like wide awake. It was like 2 a.m. and I was like, oh, I just woke you up with a blowjob, and you were like, what the fuck?
I would have never be that way.
No, you were mad that you were like, what the fuck? Why didn't I do that? And I was like, I don't know. It was late and like.
No, because I get it. Because I do the same thing. There's times where I don't sleep and I want to just roll you over to the side, just pull down your pants, and just start fucking you. And like there's been times
but my sleep is like
your sleep
different than your sleep.
It is so
I don't really
different
feel
than
bad
mine.
Waking you up.
No, you shouldn't.
You could roll back over and go back to sleep in 2 seconds.
Yeah, I could be.
Eric sleeps plenty.
I might be having a hard on, and you might be riding me, and I might be snoring at the same time.
Yeah, Eric might be. I could have sex with Eric in his sleep, and he would not care.
No, not at all. And I would probably still. Yeah, I sleep. Your sleep is way different than mine. I know.
But, so I didn't wake you up. So sorry.
But it is. It's funny how you really get aware of this stuff. Because in a monogamous relationship, I've went through this in monogamous relationships.
What?
This whole, like, even kind of like you're desensitized by porn or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And the one thing I will say that this lifestyle and my relationship with you is so different is like the communication that we have.
Yeah, because that's the other thing too, is you'll start to you won't, like, we're sitting here talking about, like, you guys on like in public, like Eric and I have no problem having these conversations, because that's almost something you don't want to say, like, oh, I'm feeling desensitized. Oh, I'm feeling like, you know what I mean? Like, that's almost like you don't want, because all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's something wrong with me. Now there's something wrong with our relationship. Yep. I don't think it has anything to do with like our emotional stance in our relationship. I don't like leave that sex session and think, oh, great, now Eric and I are not going to, like, things are bad between me and Eric. Like, it's never like it's just that moment in the sex.
No, not at all. Like
I'd almost rather you just like cuddle me and hold me in that. I'd almost rather be intimate with you in non-sexual ways if
Yes.
It feels like that. I'm like, I'm just kind of needing you to like touch me, look at me,
Mm-hmm.
talk to me. Let's go do something together. Let's cuddle up and just watch a movie, no distractions, like anything like that instead of just actual sex.
And that's part of what I think gets rid of that like being desensitized with you, because like I never really realized I'd get desensitized until like you brought it up a couple different times, and you'd be like, I think you're kind of like desensitized.
No, I literally
to this,
like, because there's been a couple times I'm like, you having trouble getting off? Like, where's your brain at? Like, what are you thinking about? And he'd be like, my brain's all, and he'd be honest with me. He'd be like, my brain is all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, this scenario and you with this person and watching you with her and the couple and then this thing we did. And he's like, I can't, my brain, like he will do, I mean, we're both ADHD.
Very ADHD,
He's very
but
ADHD.
it's like, oh, when you were doing this with this couple, and then, I want to think of you giving a guy a blowjob, and then,
yeah,
but
and
I want
like,
this.
he was like, and I
this.
needed more. Like, I needed more, like, what
like,
else can I think of that's dirty and hot and like something that we haven't? And that's your thing too.
Yeah.
I want to think, because a lot of times if you're getting off, like a lot of people, and no, if anyone listening, like, don't fucking lie. You've been having sex with your partner and been thinking about like, oh, it'd be hot to watch them do this, or with a girl with us or something. Like everybody has done that at some point in their relationship. But when you've done all those things, it's hard that you're grasping for more. You're grasping for, again, that high. You're grasping for something dirtier, kinkier, something you haven't done. And it's like, what fantasy do I want to live out now?
Right, and it's like, is it even a fantasy, or are you using this just to try and get off? Because I've also noticed that, like, some of the stuff I will sometimes even think of. Afterwards, I'm like, I will even think about it, and I'll be like, no, I don't. I'm not even gonna bring that up as something I want to do, because now that I've thought about that, like, no.
You're like, actually, no. It's the post-orgasm. It's the post, what do they call that?
The post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity that you're like, ugh!
Yeah.
Come on, we've all watched some porn or watched something that you're like, do I like that?
Yeah.
I should have liked that. And you're just like, I'm going to walk away from it. Or you like, something pops in your head that you're like,
yeah.
Is that something I'm into?
No, exactly. And it's like,
you're wanting like something, dirtier, and like, what's that one thing that's gonna like
get you to an orgasm?
Get you off, because let's just be honest, if you're having sex with multiple people and doing all these different things, just vanilla sex with your partner is not going to be the same. That's just the reality of it.
No, it's not. And the other thing I think I also even struggle with too, and I think there's a lot of people that are probably the same, but I'm also very visual.
You
know, and so like you're visual in different ways almost than I am.
I'm visual in like I almost need like I'm like sound visual and like visual
and knowing the presence is around you, not even like seeing it all, but
knowing
that
other
it's
people
there.
are enjoying themselves, like stuff like that, like the sounds. I'm not like sit and have to watch like porn to like get off. I'm like I could get off to two people like. I could like, just the sounds probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. And like, for me, it's like,
when Eric's even like, when Eric is getting a girl off and she's like,
she's what?
Moaning?
I
like that.
No, because
I like to know that other people are being pleasured.
And that's the funny thing. Cause like, I'm that way. Like I like to, when you're with another guy, if I look over and the guy's dick is soaked from having sex with you and he's inside you, and it's just, I can tell how wet you are. I'm like, oh shit, she's enjoying this, like, and it turns me on.
There you go, guys. That's what Eric thinks about when we're.
Yeah, like if you're really no, I'm like, I want to know my wife's having a good time, and like that's a good sign
I'm never
she's
worried
having.
about that. I know you are.
And I want to see. I like to watch in that aspect while I'm still also being over. It's like overstimulation. I can look and see what I'm doing. I can see what you're doing, and I can feel all this.
We really need overstimulation, but like Eric can barely he can get off obviously during sex and like just with us. Mm-hmm. Fine, but like even like masturbating, like he's not one of those guys that can just lay there and like think about things or do something. He typically needs
porn.
He typically needs porn or stimulation. There was one time
you and I masturbated together, just watching each other,
touching you and doing stuff.
Oh yeah, that too.
And you did get off. But it's very rare. That's not like how you typically. You're not like a guy that just be like, I'm gonna jack off.
No, I'm not a guy that could like go stand in the shower and jack off.
No, and then he's like. Tries to find porn, and then it's not the right porn.
No,
it's the same issue with porn, and then you're like, I need a different stimulation. No, this isn't it.
This isn't dirty enough.
That's what goes through your head.
Then I find it, and I'm like, this is good, but I need better now.
Yeah, and
now that I found it, it's not what I want because I found it. So now it has to be more.
No, and that's what it is with this whole over, you know, sex and the lifestyle.
So you're saying this is because I masturbated at a young age?
Yeah. No, I'm just talking. I think the lifestyle in general. I mean, yes, but also like just the lifestyle in general. It can. Yeah, you've already seen all these things, kind of like with the porn. You've already like.
Oh yeah, no, and I've noticed like the desensitization with you. It's so weird to talk about that with you on like a podcast. So when I'm desensitized with you, babe, but no, seriously, like
no, we're just being honest.
as we've done more in this lifestyle.
There's people that have been in lifestyle for years. There's no everyone, even if you've never thought about it, or all of a sudden you might be like, oh shit, you're right. Yeah. Like you, like it happens.
No, and that's why it's like. As we've done more and did more and have done, like it gets harder and harder just because we've done so much then. I know. So and yeah, I would have never ever realized it if it wasn't for you bringing something up. And then it was like, oh shit, you're right.
Yeah. But I think that you and I are really good about kind of taking a step back and we go through those phases where we're just being intimate with each other and we're not bringing other people into the conversation and we're
really good about dating each other.
Yes.
That's what gets me back into the whole thing really easy, really quick.
Well, we actually like each other.
We do.
And we like to spend time together. We have we do fun things.
Oh, jeez. But it is true. It's like, man, when we start having fun together and just doing things together, it's like this whole different joy.
Yeah, like when we're emotionally connected. And so for me, I think I have to be emotionally connected with somebody kind of for the sex to be intimate like that. Like sex itself for me is kind of just like, yeah, I think things are hot and like whatever. But like I like sex because of the intimacy like with you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or I'd rather just fuck women.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. Like I don't mind
just dick inside me doesn't do much for me.
I don't mind just fucking people, but with you it is so different. And that's why even like with you, it's like when we're really well connected, I will have like, I don't even feel bad. I will come fast. I will.
Yeah.
I just
like out of nowhere, and I'll be like.
Yeah.
Like, like there's sometimes, that's just crazy how sometimes you can like be so not, like, your brain, and this happens to everybody, but like your brain's somewhere else, and you just like, you're like, it's taking a while to get off, and you're like, oh,
you're just going at it.
And then all of a sudden there'll be sometimes where it's like a minute, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess you're
even I am. I'm like, whoa. And it's so funny because the stuff that you will do that will like massively turn me on,
Tell me.
It isn't even, dude. Like this last time when you grabbed my head and you're like kissed me and you just like pulled me and I was just like, fuck, this is so hot. And like this is with my wife, and this is like the hottest thing that I've in my brain. Even I'm like, this is the hottest thing I've experienced ever. Like it just.
Well, good. You heard it. You heard it here, folks. Hottest thing he's experienced.
Yeah, and so it's like I think that's our one thing that I love so much about our relationship is that we do find each other.
Yeah, no, we always do.
We will always find each other.
We've definitely like go through ups and downs like every relationship has, and we haven't had any issues like with lifestyle. I mean, there's always been like, we've had some interesting experiences or whatever, but we're really good about communicating at that. We've never had any drama or relationship issues because of the lifestyle necessarily. It might have drawn out trauma or something.
The
lifestyle may have like pointed something out, but it's not.
It's not because of like, oh, it was actually.
Oh, you were doing this. You were, you were breaking a boundary. Like no drama like that, but definitely can bring out some traumas. But we're really good about being very open and vocal about it, and like even just recently, we met a new girl, a unicorn, and we've been talking to her quite a bit. Are you a female 18 and over interested in the lifestyle? Check out Unicorn Landing at unicornlanding.com or in your favorite app store today. And we both, she's very pretty. We both like her. We met her in person. And we're in a group chat, and Eric actually connected with her first on an app, which he only has one app, and he connected with her, which is great. And they got in a group chat. It was totally fine. But I definitely I could tell Eric was kind of smitten. This is the first time we've talked to a new unicorn in a while. And a lot of times when we meet girls, it's like me doing all the conversating and me, making all the connections, and I'll throw Eric in, and Eric might chat here and there, but it's kind of like me doing it all, me and the girl connecting. It's all about me, and it's kind of like a selfish thing. Not on purpose. It's just like
no, but it's also the way that I wanted it even too. Like
Eric wants to make sure I'm comfortable.
wanted you to be comfortable. This was all about fun.
Yeah, and so I could tell that he was kind of smitten by this girl and like, taken by her. And then when we did meet on Sunday, but there was a lot going on when we met. I was busy doing something and filming my like commercial shoot, and she came to say hi. But I was like, oh, Eric will be able to hang out with you because I'm going to be busy. And I was there, but like I was busy doing things. And, so they got to like chat a lot more and like all of this. And I could just tell I could just tell certain girls like, and I think it's
the woman's spidey sense.
Yeah, I could just tell that there's certain girls that Eric, and this has happened over the years, that like Eric and the woman will connect a lot more than the girl and I will. Like I think it's like an astrological thing too. I'm like really not into astrology, but I swear to God, it is always the same. What sign is it? What was I can't say her name on our podcast. Never mind. Anyways, there's certain women that Eric is drawn to, and they all seem to be roughly the same astrological sign. I can tell. And there's something about their personalities that I don't mesh with well. And not that I don't like, I just couldn't see them and I being like besties in like a emotional sense. I'm kind of a lot, and I need people who match my energy in that way. I don't know. We can all say there's just certain people.
And it's also, it's easier. I mean, let's face it too. It's easier to connect with the opposite sex regardless too, even.
Or especially in a non-sexual way. Like I can make friends really easily with women when it's just like me and her. But like I could definitely tell. So anyways, circle back around to all of this. Got off topic there. I noticed that Eric was a little bit smitten and seemed kind of excited about this new girl, which is fine because usually the attention is on me. I get more attention than he does. I talk to more women. Like that's just how it is in the lifestyle. And, I get attention from men and women and whatever. Well, so I like it that Eric's getting more attention, and it's very like, I also find it hot when other women are attracted to my husband, but I am also really insecure about some things, like about my body and different things. And I think this girl's really like pretty, and yeah. And so I just made sure that I was communicating that I was having these insecurities, and that I know that he was excited about it. And I'm not like, it's not like I'm not like nervous about like, oh, I don't want you around her or her around. And there's nothing like that. It was just like, I'm feeling a little insecure. I'm just going to let you know.
And I've been there before, because I also understand, because I totally get what you mean, and I think guys are the same way. Is you've been around other guys even, and it's not like the women. It's weird. Like women, it won't bother me too much, but I have noticed even with some guys, and it's a weird insecurity. And I don't know how to put it into words, but there are certain guys that when they're flirting with you, like I like it. I love it when they're flirting with you.
Yeah, because you're like, yes, my wife is hot.
Yeah,
yeah. It's almost like, yeah, she is hot, I know. And it's like a thing, it's like, yeah, other people find you hot? Fuck yeah.
But it's weird.
Remember where you fucking belong, though.
And you know what I think it is, actually, is if it's not, like, we've been around men who they're like, God, my girl's so fucking beautiful. And they're just hyping their girl up. And then they're like, and you're so beautiful. Aren't you girls so beautiful? And my wife, and it's kind of back and forth always. And I've noticed when it's a guy and it's all you and it's not with his wife, I'm kind of like, okay, she's mine.
You're like, yeah, that's great.
She's not going to join you both. She is mine. And
you're like, like I know she is. That's why she's over here.
Exactly.
No, and that's kind of how I feel. And I'm like, yeah, you can look, but look from a distance. Jesus Christ. I get it. You think he's hot. I get it. I'll let you fuck him, but shut up. No, like that's literally like, and it's like, how could you let somebody fuck your husband if you are like, how could you, but not wanting to flirt with them? I'm like, yeah, there's a difference.
There's such a difference.
I was like
if a guy,
he'll make you come, but stop looking at him.
Yeah, like we're talking to a couple, and you and another guy like looked at each other, and it was like, okay, well, you guys are gonna fuck, cool, and it's just fucking done. Next, we're leaving, whatever. I'd be like, okay, cool. But as soon as there's any kind of like emotional like connection or like that different level of stuff,
or you think I like
yeah, I'm just like, oh wait, no.
Maybe I'll do it on purpose. I'm kidding. and he remembers where he belongs. I'm kidding. I would never know, and I would never push a relationship. And that's the other thing. That's why I made sure I brought it up to Eric, and I said, "I'm just letting you know, everything's fine. I'm just having these."
But I'm getting there. You told me even you're getting, and I was like, "Thank God you told me."
Yeah, because I think I felt like if I needed to draw it to his attention, he would be a little bit aware of. Because I think in his mind, he was like, "You're just excited as I am. Like this is all great. Like, right?" And I was just like, "Yes, but just so you know." Yeah, so I think that communication was good too.
I think it's really important to have that, and you don't take it personal, and you don't like
so
like to me it was nothing of like, oh, okay, you're right, and then it was like that makes sense. I know, like you're everything to me.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like,
and I know that.
It's not like I'm gonna blow somebody off. I'm not. It's not also like you're gonna get stonewalled for me, but I'm not gonna be as an overly engaging, I would put it.
Yeah, and again, when we've still been engaging with this person, and it's been fine. I think it was a little bit of like a twinge of like insecurity on my part, and I just when your partner is aware, and I think it's good to like tell your partner those things early on in the situation before all of a sudden like I let this go on for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then all of a sudden they're kind of flirty and something happened, and like I'm in a bad mood one night and Eric and her are flirting and I just snap. Come on,
I'd be the same way, so I relate. I know what you mean.
I would just snap. And Eric would be like, "Where the fuck did this come from? I thought we all get what's going on?" And so I was like, if I say this now, we'll at least be on the same page. Yeah, yes. At least he'll be a little bit aware of where my feelings are.
And I think that's important because you have to, like, your partner has to be your priority.
Yes.
And as guys and even as women, I think sometimes we do have like these blinders because it's, again, where we get desensitized from. You kind of get on this dopamine high and it's a rush and it's somebody new.
No, we're druggies.
Yeah. And so you're like, you're all, and you don't sometimes realize.
No, I don't think I was a sex addict at all.
No, but you don't realize.
I'm an attention addict.
Yes. And you don't realize what's kind of going on, and it kind of helps snap you to reality of like, oh, okay, here, wait, you're right. And that's the thing is like, you and I aren't defensive. We don't get like we appreciate each other when we. That's a really good rule
we have about being defensive when we bring these things up. Like, hey, I'm feeling this way. Hey, I'm feeling that way. I don't feel like we jump at each other like.
No, I don't think we jump at each other. Sometimes it takes us, I think, a little bit to digest it.
I think I'm a lot better about bringing things up to Eric.
You're way better about bringing things up than I am.
Eric will stew on them, and then we'll be doing a podcast like months later, and he'll be like, "Well, when that one guy said that to you," I'll be like, "Oh, that bothered you? You didn't tell me that."
Well, that's also where it's like in a lot of those cases, I've learned too. Like and I think that's why I like just to fuck. Because it's so much easier. Like, there's not much that bothers me with that. Like, and if it does bother me.
You mean with other people?
Yeah. Like, if it does bother me, it might have bothered me. But even in my brain, I overcome it so easily because I'm like, this is just this experience. We're not going to run into these people anytime soon again. You know what I mean?
Which I don't mind those experiences also sometimes. Right. But I do need. We've also talked about how I like a little more emotional connection just because the lifestyle can be a little bit surface level. And it's like that also to me doesn't fulfill anything. Like that high is not like that's not really a high I want to chase. Like, oh, I just got to fuck someone new this weekend. I got to fuck someone. No. I'm just like, I don't really need that. I'd rather make some solid connections at this point in my life. And so I think that's where we differ a little bit. We do a little bit because it's like I like the solid connections, but then it's more on like that friendship level of a solid connection. Yeah, Eric almost has to have the boundary. Like, are we fucking these people or are we just friends? Because either way is fine. I just need to know what my boundaries are and like where this is going. He's got to be very black and white. Like, and having those right. Like for me, I think that in you, it's a lot harder for me to find that balance. Like we have one friends that we have fucked twice, and we're really good friends with him. He's one of my best friends, and your best friend fuck your wife. Like yes, and like. But it's also not weird. Like we just saw the other day, and it's not like it's not. Oh yeah, we've had sex. Yeah, like it's nothing like. And I think it's because the thing that still just bothers me a lot is it's like it's not all about sex with. No, we don't even. Sometimes we'll talk about experiences that they've hung out with, or we've hung out with, or what's been going on, but it's never like. So when are we going to touch again, Candice? Yes. Like, oh, yes. She's not, that's what it is. Yes. And I'm just like, wait, it's not even like that. Yeah. No, it's not at all. And we're really good about turning it on and off. We'll like play, and then like the next time we see each other, we don't even like. No, and we're even good of like, hey, okay, we're all kind of in the playing mood. We're all down to play. Cool.
And even the nights that we play, it's not like that whole night. It's like, oh, and I want to do this to you, and I want to do this, and it's all the. It's like, hey, we're in the middle. Hey, by the way, if we're gonna fuck, we need to do this now. And it's like, all right. And then as we go and we have some fun, and it just, and that's how I kind of am, And there's a part of me that's like, I'm trying to work on like, can I be more than that? But it's hard.
Yeah, no, and I don't think you have to change like who you are. I think that's like, I think we have a pretty good balance of like, yeah.
But it is finding, like, I like the connections. I mean, I like having the friendships, and I guess I don't realize even when I do have the opportunity to make friends with people sometimes.
I have to tell Eric, they're trying to be our friends. You should like talk to them.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, okay.
All right.
Like, Eric, they're texting us. Be friends. He's like, oh, okay. It's almost like when I tell you that, you're like, oh, not just sex, friends. Okay.
Yeah. No,
then he's fine.
No, and that's why it's like with the ones, it's so easy because I know what their dynamic is, and their dynamic is not our dynamic.
So there's no pressure.
I don't feel like, even when we talk, it's not like this. There's no undertones, and I love it. And we can be open about stuff.
There's lots of sex undertones in that conversation. Are you talking about our group chat?
No, I'm talking about the one couple. They come over and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I love them to death. I think they're amazing. Like the husband, like when he gets back actually from his trip, I was going to even hit him up and be like, hey, do you want to just like go like do something? Because I really like him.
Yeah.
Because there is no undertones at all. And even if they had the same play style as us.
And even if it isn't, like everyone's like sexy fun together, but it's not like, Eric, I want to look at your wife.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like, he saw my boobs because it's his birthday, but it was his birthday. It wasn't like in a disrespectful way. It was like it's his birthday, let's show my boobies.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, boobies. Like, I don't know. There's just a difference.
But when it comes to being desensitized in the lifestyle, I definitely think it happens. I think it happens to everybody too.
We get to see a lot. I mean, we spent all weekend with some friends, and it was like people were naked everywhere, and there were boobies. Nobody was really fucking, but it's just like we're just exposed to that. And even some of us girls were talking about it at the night. I was like, do you guys like think about like people that don't do this on the weekends? They're like go and do vanilla, boring things with their friends, and then whatever. So like one of the girls was like, yeah, I'll go back to work on Monday, and people are like, oh, what'd you do this weekend? And she'll be like, just hung out with some friends. We're all literally sitting there topless, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, oh, people don't do that with their friends. So if I do ever go hang out with vanilla people, I'm like, you guys are boring. Or like, God, there's sometimes I'll go out with a couple friends and like the girls like, I'm gonna go talk to boys, or like, they're just like want to find boys or talking. I'm like, guys, what are we like? 15? I don't know. So yeah, it's definitely different once you've exposed yourself to that world. I'm like, I've been to sex clubs where a guy will walk up to me and his dick is just like hanging out, and I'll have a full normal conversation, not even about sex, and I don't care. Like, it doesn't even register to me anymore. And so I think that's part of like, where that desensitization
No, it really is.
I'm used to like nudity and sex, and I'm like,
no, because I really think, because like the first time you really brought up like being desensitized wasn't super long ago, and the time that it really dawned on me how desensitized I am, and it hit me, was this last time at Whispers, and how many people are just playing, and you're like, yeah, here, play next to us, and here, you know what? How, my wife's gonna suck your dick, and here, you suck my dick, and you just. This is normal, right?
I look up and there's like 25 people watching me just getting fucking railed. And I was like, hey! And I like smile. I'm like, and I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah. What? Like, no way. 5 years ago, if you would have asked me that, there's no fucking way.
Like,
I mean, I wouldn't have said no. I think I always, like, now that I think about it, I'm like, I wouldn't have like said no. I just like, it wasn't something I did.
Right. No. And yeah, it's we've become very conscious of like how we are, and I think I think it's even easier to do now just because I think we've grown even closer together.
Oh,
and like I am so comfortable with you that
like there's nothing I could tell you. Like, if I was feeling any sort of way, I could absolutely tell you. And I think when you're at that point in your relationship, like I hear all the time, like, you'll see comments like, oh, the lifestyle can destroy your relationship, this and that, and I was like, there's no fucking way I would let something that stupid destroy my relationship.
Oh, fuck no,
I'd
dude.
walk away from all of it before I'd let it ruin my relationship with Eric.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Like to have the ability to go anywhere with you and just have fun. Doesn't matter if it's lifestyle or not.
I feel like if the lifestyle runs your relationships, it's because one, you weren't ready, and there's other things going on. So.
No, and that's the thing that I think really keeps our balance a lot
don't
too.
Communicate.
Is and helps us to not be desensitized. Is we don't get desensitized because we're really good about dating each other.
Yeah, we have a life outside of the lifestyle, unbeknownst to what it seems like, because this is what we do for a living. This is like a lot of this is our job, and we love to share, we love to educate in our experiences, but we don't let it doesn't control our lives in the real world.
No, not at all.
So yeah. That's it. If you're feeling like you're having these thoughts of desensitization, take a step back. Date your partner. Focus on your partner. You'll come back around. It doesn't stay, is what I've noticed.
No,
it's not something that stays. Because there are times where I'm like, oh God, is this how it is now? And then like within a week or two, it's like absolutely not. I'm just as very emotionally connected to him.
Sometimes it takes us like a little bit to like start getting that emotional connection back, but it's not very long.
No. So yeah. It's definitely good to take breaks. Make sure your partner is, you're dating, you're feeling romantic and intimate with your partner. And I think it just brings out a whole nother fun side.
Yes,
like
it does.
I get to like live out my fantasies and do really hot shit with my best friend.
Yep.
And I think that's what a lot of people love about the lifestyle. So yeah. Thanks for being here. Listening to podcast number that we don't remember. The end. Come join us on a lifestyle cruise in 2026. Check out theimpulsiveduo.com for 2 opportunities to join us on a lifestyle cruise in February and one in August.